Welcome to science class. Children, in our daily life, we have so many instances to notice the substances being mixed and we have to separate them. We need to separate the materials from a mixture. You can see so many instances in our daily life. For example, how we prepare tea, children? We prepare tea by using water, milk, tea powder and sugar. After that, we need to separate the tea. Do we drink directly the tea that is boiled from the tea bowl? No. We need to separate the tea from the tea powder. So how to do it? So like this, many instances separating tea from the tea powder with a strainer. We need to separate the tea from the tea powder. See, the tea powder left over from the strainer. This is a separation method. So like this, one or the other way. So this is called separation of substances. Why we have to separate? There is method also, there is a process also, and the useful also. So in this chapter you will learn the separation of substances, the process, the uses, and the way of substance, the way of separation, the methods of separation. You will learn in this chapter. One more instance. Suppose your mother or father comes back from market, brings so many materials, things from the market, such as vegetables. So father brings materials such as vegetables, fruits, and so many things. Then what you will do, children? You have to separate each things, filling them in a container. So mangoes you will separate, or guavas you will separate, chilies you will separate, and lemons, etc. You will separate them. So this is why we have to separate. Why we have to separate? We need them. We cannot use all together, mix together all the fruits and vegetables. We have to use them separately, no? So we have to separate the things. Butter is taken out of churning milk or curd. How you prepare the butter? Butter we cannot get directly. We have to churn the milk. You can see in the picture. Churning method. See, milk is or curd is churned to get the butter. So not only this, there are so many events. Your mother cooks rice. So before cooking, we have to clean the rice. Your mother cleans the rice. You can observe, children. See, the rice is containing many unwanted things. So why we have to separate the substances? This is also one of the reasons. We have to remove the unwanted substances, impurities, dust particles. Okay? So it may contain small insects or unwanted things. So this is called hand picking. We can pick the unwanted things from the rice. Then we will use it for our cooking purpose. This is also called one of the method. This is hand picking method. See, why do we separate the substances? We must know the thing we use, what it may contain. We should not use the things directly. So before using, we should separate the unwanted substances. So here is a table. In the 5.1 you can see separation process. So which is the process in a particular event and purpose for which we do the separation, and also what do we do with the separated components? So like this 3 columns are there. Separate stone from the rice. So just now I said no, you have to separate the stones or unwanted thing is the stone from the rice before cooking. So purpose is to separate 2 different but useful components. Rice is a useful component in the process. And what do we do with the separated components? We throw away the solid component, the stones or small pieces of I can say the dust particles we will throw away. And second one is churning milk to obtain butter. Here what is the purpose? To remove non-useful components. And what do we do with this? We throw away the impurities. And from the separation process, the third one is separate tea leaves. Okay, to remove impurities or harmful components. We cannot drink directly the tea. We need to separate only tea from the boiled tea. We use both the components. So this is how the reason and methods to separate the substances in our daily instances. So the processes with its purpose and the way separated components are used in this lesson. There are many methods to separate. Hand picking method. Just I show no children. We have to separate the unwanted things from the rice. See, like this we have to separate by hand picking. We can easily pick the unwanted things from the rice. This you can see here, hand picking stones from grains. Not only rice, all the grains we need to make clean by hand picking method, such as jowar, wheat and grains, green grams, tur dals, brown grams, Bengal grams. All these are separated by hand picking method. Threshing is also one of the separation method, children. What is threshing here? You can see threshing is the process used to separate grains from stalks, etc. is threshing. In this process, the stalks are beaten to free the grain seeds. You can see here the person is threshing the stalks to separate the grains. So this is also one of the methods to separate, done with the help of bullocks also. And nowadays improved type of machines are used to thresh a large quantity of grains, because using machines make our works easy also and faster also. Another method is winnowing. Winnowing is we can separate. This is called winnowing. We can separate the lighter particles from the heavier particles. So your mother, what she does before cooking any grains or rice or wheat, like this she does, taking the grains and separating the lighter particles such as husk or sawdust, separating the grains from the sawdust. The method to separate sand and sawdust, not only grains, we had to separate sand and sawdust fallen in a place. We can separate by this method. This is winnowing method. Is there a component that blows away? Yes, the lighter particles blow away when we do like this. The lighter particles separated. Then this method of separating components of a mixture is called winnowing. And winnowing used to separate heavier and lighter components of a mixture by wind or by blowing air. In the fields, you can see this picture, direction of the wind like this, the air is like this, and what she does, this is winnowing process. She pours the grains to separate the husk and soup from the Like this, she separates the grain in the field in a large quantity. This is in a large quantity. We are doing at home, this is small quantity. While cooking, we need to do the winnowing. But this is in a large quantity done in the fields to separate the grains from lighter components. The husk particles are carried away by the wind, children, and the seeds of grain get separated from a heap near the platform for winnowing. So such separated husk or sawdust is also used for many purposes such as fodder or food for cattle. Cattle are cow, buffaloes, ox. So the food for such cattle is nothing but the separated husk is used. And another method is sieving. You can see this is sieving. Sieving also one of the separation method. It allows the fine flour particles to pass through the holes of the sieve while the bigger impurities remain on the sieve. You can see here the small flour particles pass through the sieve, through the holes of the sieve, and bigger impurities remain on the sieve. In a flour mill, the impurities like husk and stones are removed from the wheat before grinding it. Usually, bag full of wheat is poured on a slanting sieve. You can see this is slanting sieve. This is also used to separate the pebbles and stones from the sand. This is slanting sieve. You can see in buildings or in any construction, the sand is cleaned by this process because we use sand only for building the construction in the construction method. Here is an activity, children, you can also do at home. So you also participate with your mother while cooking. You can see all these such activities, winnowing also and sieving also you can do and see, children. Now sedimentation and decantation and filtration. These are also the methods of separation of substances from the unwanted or impurities. So children, you also can see these methods, separation of sieving method and separation of heavier and lighter particles mixture you can remove through winnowing method. Okay, so do and learn. I hope you will do and enjoy.